why do you want that thing? Like, gross. That's my pet peeve. So like, I get very angry when I see that.
Hey guys, this is Beni.
And this is Dhru. Today we are going to review the trailer of the Nigerian movie called Loving Rona. This is coming out on August 20th. And I couldn't find any IMDb information on this, but there is information on the trailer itself. It says, following a breakup weeks to her wedding, the pretentious scheming Rona embarks on a journey to disrupt her ex-fiance's new relationship to ensure nothing stops her wedding. Starring Meg, Otanwa, Gideon, Okeke, Bankz, Nweke, Fiona, Garba, Ummi, Baba-Ahmed, Aire, Opia, Bale, Jide, Bolarinwa, and Patricia, Egbon. It's directed by Aire, Oyovbaire. I'm trying. This is tough.
Oh yeah.
It's like my mouth hurts after saying so many names.
Babe, what do you think about us doing the church blessing in reverse?
What is going on? You cheated on me with her.
No. It's you he's cheating on me with.
What do I tell my family, my fans? This is just one big disaster.
What we need to do is to get rid of that manipulative witch. The wedding is still set.
Are you blind? What are we going?
Why not dodge me?
Madman!
What if we find her a man? Someone to sweep Jackie off her feet?
Are you uprooting my plans?
Sorry, madam. I thought it was widow.
You said you're an actor, right?
Yes, madam.
How would you like an acting job?
Beni has landed himself a job on the big screen. But don't ever tell them, say we don't go prison. Calm down, man. NTA News, calm down and be announcing me now. You two, calm down. Go and look for a walk.
I only have 18 days to get my fiance back.
Madam, I cannot drive.
Is there anything you know how to do, Beni?
You date a man for 5 months and you're marrying him. Doesn't that look like a recipe for divorce?
Madam, sorry, I'm trying. It's just some of this native fowl, their shoulder is, the shoulder is like...
First of all, everybody's so good looking. I love the one with the short hair and the guy she kind of hires to get her ex-boyfriend jealous, it seems. But of course, it's getting on her nerves. She doesn't like him. She doesn't want him. And he's like, seems like he's taking advantage of the opportunity. Whatever money I can get, whatever I can lay my hands on, make the lady happy. So he's an opportunist.
Yeah, there's a few movies like this. I think the first movie it reminded me of was My Best Friend's Wedding, where she was so stuck. I mean, it wasn't exactly like this. They were best friends and there was some history and it was complication, this, that. But she was trying to get him back. But the issue I have here is that guy cheated on her. And like that woman said, no, he's cheating on me with you. And she's like, you're cheating on me with him. Like, no, I mean, both had the same scenario. Both thought that both of them were the girlfriends and he was cheating. Why would you want a guy like that? That's disgusting. But also it depends on your maturity. It also depends on the kind of void you are trying to fill in your life. Also, it depends on, sometimes you have this notion, you are starstruck by an idea. It kind of also reminded me of Kambili because she wasn't very mature to understand that guy wasn't right for her, and she was just starstruck by the idea of that guy. And maybe that's the case with Rona, that she is starstruck by the idea of that guy. That's kind of a weird name at this time, Rona, because that's short form for Corona. which I just realized. But yeah, I mean, I hope that there is a good reason shown in the movie why she's chasing that guy. But my bets are that the guy she hires, I don't think he's taking advantage of her. I think she gives him a deal and he's in need of money and he's a struggling actor and he's like, sure, okay, this is benefiting both of us. So why not go for this kind of an arrangement? And my bets are towards the end of the movie, she's going to fall in love with him.
Yay! That's so Bollywood. That's so Bollywood.
But if it doesn't, then I'll be very surprised. And also, like, I wouldn't mind that either. I mean, for me, one thing that I did like about, I don't know if Noori, was it Noori?
Yes, yes.
Noori. Yeah. So in that spoiler, just a spoiler, if you don't want to hear it, don't listen to it, is that she chooses to go with neither guys. She chooses herself. She marries herself. She marries the ghost that has possessed her, which is her choosing no one. And just because you have two bad choices doesn't mean you have to choose one of them. Or just because you have a bad choice and a choice doesn't mean it has to be one of those two. You know, if it's not aligned with what you want in life. So that's what I firmly believe in. And either of those endings, I don't mind. But definitely that guy who cheated on her, no, please no. I think that this is a kind of a coming of age movie.
I like romantic endings. I don't mind them. And this reminds me of French Kiss. Have you seen French Kiss?
Yes.
Oh,
Pyar To Hona Hi Tha is a remake of that. Ajay Devgan and Kajol. Yeah.
I was going to mention that, but I remembered that French Kiss is the original, so I mentioned that. And both movies are good, you know, although Pyar To Hona Hi Tha is a remake, but I loved Kajol in that, and I loved the way it is portrayed. It's nice. We Indians like Indians in those situations. It was nice. And this proves one thing, that having your heart broken isn't always the worst of things, because maybe in the process of that you find what is truly good for you, what is more appropriate and something long lasting, rather than something that you want or that you feel you want or need. That's what. And to answer your question as to why she would want a guy who has cheated on her, I feel sometimes for people, and especially for women, it is like, this is mine. You know, they have this concept of possession, that this guy is mine. I mean, it's not about simply how good is he for me, do I want him anymore, is he worth me or not. It's about how can I let the other woman win. You know, I'm a winner. I can't let her win. I can't let her take away what is mine. And maybe that's the fight she's fighting. But eventually, when you end up with winning, that's when you start questioning, was it worth it? You know, that's when the question comes up.
Yeah,
often.
and I really, this is not about the movie, but that thing about that women fighting with each other, and that is very true. Women feel a sense of insecurity many a times and competitiveness. I would hope that women come to a point, you know, where they don't fight with each other and they bash the guy together. Like, why are you fighting with each other? That makes no sense, because it's not the other woman's fault. That just shows me that you need to work on your own security. You need to become a more secure person, to not find another woman as a competition, because why do you want that thing? Like, gross. That's my pet peeve. So like, I get very angry when I see that. But it's
I think
real.
again, I answer your question as to why women fight. There are two reasons for that. One is that you're not independent. Traditionally, it's been that for a woman to have security in life, you need to get married to the right guy who provides you with all the comforts in life. So one thing is, if you're not financially independent, that's one of the aspects. Although in this movie, it doesn't seem like she's not financially independent. Then the other aspect is that it's how society has conditioned you. You know, you need to find the right guy and you need to stick by it. So even if you are financially independent, it's in your mind since you're born, because that's what you've seen in society. What society has taught you is that in order to have a secure life, to feel secure, to even if you're ambitious, even if you're financially independent, you know, you don't let go of the correct guy. If you found the right guy, you just don't let go of him. So I think societal conditioning and financial dependence, these are two aspects where the reason why women would fight. Sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously, these would be the reasons. I mean, who would want a guy who cheats you anyways? But women do these things. So that's one of these could be the reasons for that.
Yeah, and also I think like societal thing, there's another aspect to it too. Like, yes, you need to find the right guy. That's a societal pressure, but also society kind of pits women against each other. Women are always constantly compared. Like, oh, she is fitter, she is slimmer, she is heavier. Men are compared, but not to that extent. And that's what women grow up with. And that's why they're always comparing themselves with someone else. And there's always a factor of many a times until you get to a point where you are not bothered by it, but there is always a factor of just looks and comparison even in your own head. So there's a lot of times like, you know, you're dating someone and you go like, oh, you used to date someone else. Okay, can I see her picture? Like, you're always curious. That's always the case. Like, because in your mind, to be honest, you're always like, oh, I'm prettier. You might think that, you know, you're very secure, but that's always a curiosity. Like, I don't see guys asking that. They might here and there, but they're not like, I want to see what that person looked like. That's a much lesser extent to what women feel. And that's another aspect to the effects of how society pits women against each other. And that's why women pit against each other, right? I think I would hope that there is more awareness, self-awareness in women, because it came about in me as well. I know when I was younger and there was this girl, okay, whose boyfriend was hitting on me or something. And she was not a very good friend of mine, but I was like, no, girl power, you know, I should tell her. I told her. She went and blabbered it to him, and she came on to me with him like, oh, you were horrible. They kind of like threatened me. And I was in college still, and I was like this. I'm like, how does this work? Why is it like this? And she's okay with that. Like, it backfired on me. I was trying to do the girl power thing, but you know, this is how it worked, and that's how it is. It's a very real thing that this happens, and I hope that there is more awareness. I hope that in that girl now there is more awareness of, you know, that she has grown from that. But it kind of stings to see this kind of a thing. But it's real. It's real. It's relatable. That's why it stings. That's why I'm so affected. But it's a real thing. It's not a joke. All right, guys. So if you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel. And if you liked it, please actually go ahead and like it. Also hit that bell icon so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. We usually do that on Mondays. And let us know how we're doing, or if there's anything else you want us to review, or any other discussions you want us to have. Until next time, फिर मिलेंगे.